Alright, it's about 8 a.m. and I thought I would shoot one more video about fasting before I go out for the day. So, unfortunately, I have an anniversary to fast for today, and I've already gotten 36 hours, so looks like I'll have to fast at least another 12 hours. 3 years ago, a friend of mine passed away. He had drug problems, which is why I started fasting in the first place, because I used to have food addiction kind of problems. Now, my food addiction wasn't exactly directly life threatening, but it threatened my career, it threatened my social networking, which could have threatened my life indirectly. And I had big fears. I had big fears that one day I would get into a car accident, get into a sporting accident like my friend did, be given painkillers, and not be able to get off. Now, I was talking to a friend of mine that I had met at church about this, and he said that he was on painkillers at some point, and he says you got to stick to the schedule and don't overuse it and use it for this long and all that, which really cemented the fear in me, because in the past, when I was dealing with food addiction, that's what I tried. I tried to eat certain things in moderation. It never turned out. I can only get off of certain foods, right? So I haven't drank soda for over 18 years now, and that's fine with me. I would never be happy drinking soda on a regimented schedule like how my friend used painkillers, or the other friend at church, not the one who passed away. I could never be happy doing that. I just don't view soda as a beverage anymore, and I enjoy other things, right? This is unsweetened tea, and so it really cemented my fear when I heard that. Now the final kicker was back in 2019, late 2019. I had gotten a bad review at my job because I had a food craving while I was dealing with something, and I was like, "That's it. I don't want to ever eat again." And so on New Year's night 2020, I decided to go on a 48-hour fast. Now, that first night was very challenging, actually. Not because I was hungry, but because of habit. I had to hide all my stuff in the home because, as you notice as we speak, you notice I don't keep bars of chocolate or munchies around, right? I have to kind of put it a little bit out of reach, right? Otherwise, I'll just reach for it. So here's the chocolate that I'll probably break the fast with at some point, if I were to break the fast. I still have not ruled out the idea of fasting grand finale, just because I feel so good, lightweight and all that. Certainly, I want to continue until the end of the workday today, because work just flows a whole lot better when I'm in the middle of a fast. It's also a lot easier to refuse food at the workplace if you just excuse yourself saying that you're fasting, right? That way you don't, if somebody brings in, let's say it's somebody's birthday, they made a cake, and you want to refuse it, when you're fasting, it doesn't feel like the refusal is directed at them, right? It's so much easier to handle. What else is going on? So anyways, my friend passed away 3 years ago from drug overdose, and it scared the crap out of me, and he's been a big source of inspiration for me getting over. I'm not so fearful of the painkillers anymore, but just because of how I've handled food, right? I mean, certainly nobody can get off of food entirely, but I think I've handled it very well over the last 2 years, especially ever since that one student that I rushed out the door and I got a bad course evaluation on. I've never had anything approaching that again, although recent times I've had a few minor hiccups from food cravings. I wish I could stop eating altogether. I really do. I'm not suicidal. I love life, but I hate food, and I can't seem to find a good solution to that. Just two equations, right? And there's no solution to that, unfortunately, right? Give up any one of those equations, you could solve it, but those two are kind of contradictory, right? And unfortunately, my friend passed away 3 years ago from drug overdose, and I almost lost my job over food overdose, and I can't tell you which one was the worst deal, right? And so I sometimes I used to get nervous about getting into an accident and being out of just be unconscious and somebody giving me stuff, right? Not so worried about the painkillers. There is another substance that I'm worried that doctors will give me if I'm unconscious. We got to thank the mandate of Brandon for that, right? Hate to say what it is because I don't think that will be the last drug that they will try to push on us. So I got to be very careful when I'm driving now, right? All right. Thanks for watching.